Hello everyone, Joe Neat here, executive producer on Sea of Thieves with another weekly dev update. So firstly, just wanted to talk a little bit about the previous weekend and Twitch London, which was an event that a bunch of us went to, and we obviously co-sponsored it. And it was an amazing event. Like kudos to the team that put this on from Twitch UK. Like managing to get 4,000 people together in London with a mix of streamers and people from developers like us, and a bunch of the Twitch community. And it was just such a cool event for everybody to get together, to grab a few drinks, to have some music, but to also just have an opportunity to talk about, the games that everyone loved and the streamers that they loved. And it was an amazing event all up. It really was. And for me personally, to be able to meet both new and old kind of members of our community, some that I've met before at different events, but some that we hadn't met before, and to hear the stories that people have, and especially the ones around family members playing together that maybe don't play games before. Like I know these are stories that continue, they repeat. We hear it from so many different ways, and to have created a multiplayer game that does that gives that option, that gives that opportunity is amazing. And we're constantly reminded of it whenever we meet members of our community who have these incredibly unique stories to share. So thanks to everybody that we met there, and for sharing your stories with us, and for really just reminding us why we do what we do. It was an amazing event, and really looking forward to going again in the future. So yeah, great to see everybody there. Staying in this spirit of meeting members of the community, I'm going to be out in Bilbao in Spain on December the 8th, which is when the Fun and Serious Games Festival is on over that weekend. And I'm going to be doing a talk there. So if you're in Spain, if you're in Bilbao and you can make it there, it'd be amazing to see you. And I'm currently finalising the talk at the moment. I think it was supposed to be 45 minutes, now it's half an hour, so I've got to trim it down a little bit. But it's really just talking about the vision we had for Sea of Thieves, and how we've kind of brought that through and delivered it to players, and in the unique way that we have, and the community that we've built. And so really looking forward to getting an opportunity to talk around that. I believe it will be either recorded or live streamed, so it will be something that goes wider. But yeah, just really looking forward to going there. And I think we also got nominated for another couple of awards at the Fun and Serious Games Festival, which is super cool. And one of those is, I think it was family/social game. And again, really, for me, that's a really cool thing to be nominated for again, because all those stories we hear about families playing together and everything, and to actually be recognised for that, and for creating that type of multiplayer game is like something that's really close to my heart. So that's really awesome. So really looking forward to that, and hopefully I'll see some of you out there. So another topic that I wanted to discuss today is the topic of stream sniping, which is something that has been raised to us for a little while now from various people, and it's something that we've been discussing internally and really trying to figure out our perspective on this. And so for those that don't know, how this generally occurs is that if somebody's streaming the game, they can encounter other players in the world, and once people see the gamer tags of other players, some people are going and then messaging those people directly kind of via the Xbox app, and either trying to join their crew if it's open, or asking if they can join their crew if it's closed. And that's a little bit odd. That doesn't feel quite right to me. And then we have had reports as well of some people, when they haven't allowed people to join their crew, getting abused by people in the community, which is obviously 100% wrong. And so, we've been discussing this for quite a while, and I think it was time for us to talk about it a little bit, and to really give our opinion. And for those of you that have been watching the weekly streams that we've been having, you'll have seen we've been having some recurring guests that have been kind of using this method to get into the stream, and it hasn't created a kind of negative gameplay experience, but it still, for me, doesn't feel quite right. It feels like, for want of a better analogy, inviting yourself to somebody else's party, without getting an official invite, and that doesn't always turn out badly, but sometimes it can. And for the people that are kind of caught in the middle of this, which is the players that are encountered on the stream, it puts them in a really weird position. And so, I wanted to put it out there that we don't believe that this is right. And so we did want to discourage players from doing this. So, if you're watching a stream, you want to get involved, I don't think the right way to do it is to be going out there and messaging other players that are encountered on there, because it's not their fault. That's not their kind of choice that they've been kind of randomly encountered in the game. And so we are going to be doing some work to give streamers options to kind of combat this. I'm not going to talk specifically about what that is at the moment, but that's some work that we want to get started and we want to get into the game as soon as possible, because yeah, we've been talking about it for a while now, and it's something that I think we need to address as a developer. So finally, just a little bit of an update about Shrouded Spoils. So we're right now in the midst of testing our final release candidate. There were a couple of little bugs, but we feel we're on top of those. We're just testing to make sure that it's completely fixed. We then plan to, again, do one final release to Pioneers, and then our plan is to release this next week to our community. So next week is when you'll start to see the kind of all of the surrounding materials around it. So it's when you'll see our content update trailer that we're releasing alongside it, and you'll be able to see everything that is in Shrouded Spoils itself. So really excited to get Shrouded Spoils out there and to get out there playing with you all. You know, it's a really cool update, loads of fun stuff in here. Really looking forward to kind of exploring through the fog and discovering a skeleton ship or another crew of players. So yeah, I will see you out on the seas. Cheers.
Thank you very much for watching. If you want to stay up to date with everything Sea of Thieves, then subscribe to our channel and click that little ship's bell for all those notifications. Cheers. Don't worry, I'll just wait here. I'm not doing much anyway. Couple of good videos there if you want to watch.